So, in the years since my initial streams when Mario Maker 2 launched, I did make some levels here and there of mixed variety. This level right here, for example. This level is, it's not really a good level. As I say, it is probably the dumbest contraption I ever built. Why I, did this because I could. I was really curious how long of a P-switch timer I could hypothetically create. Allow me to show you why this level is an oxymoron. Yep, this is the level. It's entirely possible to not have to wait for all those P-switches to be hit. There are moments where you briefly have a platform there, and if your timing is perfect, you can make it across. But I just had a whole lot of fun making this contraption. Seeing how much of the screen I could fill. Making it so that these were timed in such a way that one by one they were hit. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here for the remaining 140 some odd seconds. I'm kind of proud of this. I shouldn't be, but I am proud of this. And you can see the whole thing on screen too. You can just about predict which one is going to get hit next. For example, up at the top in the middle, that one's next. Nope, I was wrong. Somewhere off the side, one of the sliding P-switches hit a muncher. And that, in particular, was definitely difficult to time. Those P-switches going along the track, making it so that they never got hit too soon. I could have just simply had this be as soon as the munchers land on the P-switches, but no, having the P-switches on the tracks added an extra level of complexity. And also patience. Because, you know, I had to sit here and test every single P-switch. And if something went wrong, I had to try again. Well, from here, a lot more simple. It's the munchers that are hitting the P-switches. Just 3 more. 2 more to go. And 1 more. Alright. And 1 more troll for the lulz. Well, we're not going to be able to see it from here, but yeah, there was a... Well, first off, you can see my clear check time, so even doing the clear check, I cheesed it and timed it to go across during the brief moment where you could go across. Kiba says that last troll, wouldn't that get 1,000,000 dislikes? You know what? I could figure that out. Let me load up the level viewer. Super Mario Maker 2 level search. Maker Central is the website. Makercentral.io. Be patient and rush. I can't see how many dislikes the level got in this case, but I can see how many dislikes they got on the website. So, obviously 6 likes, only 5 boos. World record holder is 3 minutes and 13 seconds. They waited the whole time apparently. They did not try to time it. But yeah, now you know why this level is called Be Patient and Rush. The rush comes at the end. Let's back up a bit, because I want to show what is creeping along during that entire time. So let's go into the level editor. So while all this is going on, we got this P-switch slowly going along the tracks, and a chomp that will most definitely land on it right at the end. As said, if you wait for this troll, you still have just enough time to beat the level. And then we have another of my levels that I've uploaded over the years. A social experiment. This one is not so trolly. In fact, it's not really much of a level at all. It is, as said, a social experiment. The experiment is... if the game is telling you to go to the right, there's a flag in that direction, there's no arrows to the left, and there's spikes, and in fact, going left, there is a buzzer sound. To the right, the ding-dong. The experiment is, how many people are going to trust the arrows? The arrows are in fact the correct direction to go. The spikes are... death. So it looks like 80% of people playing this level trusted the arrows. Kind of a pointless level, but I was just kind of curious. And then we have these levels down here. Okay, first off, Avalanche Zone was the last level I made. No, Calvin the Coin's Castle was the last level I made during my initial streams of this game. Avalanche Zone was one I made earlier. This is a newer version of it because there was a little bit of poor timing in one spot, so I re-uploaded it. Maddie says, it's so hard to trust going right when video games have trained me good adventurers go left. Hadn't even thought of that. These levels right here. This was my attempt at making a super world. I wanted to try making a super world based on Super Mario Bros. 1. Basically, going through these levels that are the original Super Mario Bros. 1, but different. Oh, I thought I already had these levels placed. Boy, I really didn't make it very far in this. Well, in that case, going back to Chorus World. So I'll just show these levels off real quick. It's a classic level from Super Mario Bros. Or is it? Well, yes, but... so, starting off, yeah, it's basically given the impression of it's Super Mario Bros. Until you reach this point. The level kind of ends. Go down the pipe. And we find ourselves in a lava version of World 1-1. With the power up in the wrong pipe, the fire bar there, we got Buzzy Beetles instead of Goombas. Fire bar in place of the invisible one up. Shortcut here is a little deathy. I forget where the pipe leads. Does it lead to a different pipe? In a way. It doesn't lead to a different pipe, but you can't actually take the shortcut. Stripeback says, I'm reminded of how Brawl reimagined World 1-1 as a desert. Yeah, that was actually kind of a neat concept. Fire flowers have wings just because. That is not a coin block. The coin block's up there. Was there a star? Yes, there's a star in a different block. But don't rush to the end because there's a pit along the way. And considering you run at like double speed when you have a star, I can imagine a few people getting trapped by that. And meanwhile, Bowser is in World 1-1. You were supposed to fall in the pit just then. Can you fall in the pit, please? No? You ruined what is going to happen. Oh, now you would have fallen there. So, what was supposed to happen is Bowser falls in the pit, and as these blocks were cleared out, it would reveal a statue, indicating Bowser Jr. is watching. And the adventure would basically be Bowser Jr. is going to get his revenge. Bowser Jr. would be the final boss. Then, of course, you go to 1-2-ish. The classic Super Mario Bros. Stage with a 3D world twist. Yeah, Strike Back, kind of like the original New Super Mario Bros. I wasn't even thinking about that. Don't go in the top pipe. Gotcha. So for this level, I figured this level has a ton of blocks. It would be fun to climb around and stuff as Cat Toadette, because Toadette is the best character. Except in New Super Mario Bros. U. She gets kind of creepy in that when she becomes a Peach clone. These blocks are, I think, inverted? Yeah, these blocks here are inverted from the original. I can't remember, is the star in here or on the other side? I think on the other side. Or maybe on the bottom. Or there's no star at all. Oh wait, no, I remember. No, it wasn't there. Okay, I just didn't have the star at all. Fun fact, this coin block is here in the original Super Mario Bros. I removed the set of blocks here. This pit is not instant death. Is the one-up still up here? The world may never know. So I had to take advantage of clear pipes, but also change up which pipe leads to the section down here. And then that happened. Thank you, checkpoint, I guess. but now I'm not a cat anymore. I am sad. Ah, well, there's no more blocks anyway. One thing I kind of wish Mario Maker had were those platforms, the elevators that go up and down across the screen, rather than just lifting up and down like this, but rather actual elevators. Cool, I can be a cat again. This is a different way to get to the warp zone. Speaking of warp zones, I wanted to make an actual use for the warp zones, since you can't actually have real warp zones in Super Worlds. So I put a code here to keep in mind for another level. And I will show that off in a bit. For now, let's get out of here. This leads to the other side of the goal. The other pipe would have led to where you expect it to. So let's head to Course Bot, and I want to show you the level that I would have had for the shortcut. That would be right here. This level has not been uploaded, so you are getting an exclusive. So this would have been an alternate level to play on the world map after beating the second level. The goal here is to put in the correct code. If you do this wrong, you die. Only if you know the code, or get extremely lucky, would you be able to beat this level. In hindsight, it's definitely a good thing that I didn't actually make this Super World, because that would have meant having to upload this, which means anybody who encountered this level not playing the Super World would not be able to beat this level. But take the correct numbers. And you get your shortcut, with a coin bonus at the end. Now, how is this course made? Well, let's see here. So, going through the first door. Well, we'll keep this simple. Above each pipe are thwomps, and the incorrect pipes lead to thwomps who won't be doing anything. Therefore, you're gonna die because the munchers will land on you. However, let's see here. The first pipe was 1. So coming up above this pipe, this thwomp hits the blocks, saving you from the munchers, whereas the others don't save you. In the process... Oh, I forget exactly how this worked. Well, only one way to find out. Ah, I getcha. So in the process, this bomb is blown up, clearing this block here, so that the next time you return to this room by going through pipe 4 at the end, this thwomp is able to spawn, hitting this block, also allowing you to get this key. How exactly that works, I'm not sure, but trust me, it gets you the key, which allows you to go through the door, leading to the exit. Meanwhile, the second pipe was number 3, yeah. So you would get here, triggering that, saving you from the thwomps, which allows you to go through the pipe 4, which previously had the block blown up, allowing that thwomp to spawn. Contraptions. They'd be fun. Actually, in that case, it's not necessarily a contraption, but as Kiba puts it, more like coding. Meanwhile, we have 1-3-ish. What if this classic Super Mario Bros. Stage was an airship level? The level layout lends well to the idea. And Raccoon leap because why not? Having a tail is fun. Except when it gets trapped indoors. That is not so fun. Man, if humans had tails, there would be so much door on tail slamming. Oh, hidden one up there? Nah, I don't think so. A Goombrat instead of a regular Goomba there, because I had to do something different. And there really isn't a whole lot to say about this level. It's 1-3, but what if it's an airship? The answer is kind of interesting. And I just had a Monty Mole at the end, just as a little extra something to trip players up. And then 1-4-ish. The classic Super Mario Bros. Castle, but the floor is death water. It's not as simple as that, though. Stripeback says, I've heard people are developing artificial tails for humans. They're to help balance, but I think we all know what most people will use them for. Hugging? Anyway, this level, I decided to make all the fire bars. Well, first off, for context, this is normally a castle full of lava, and all these red blocks would have fire bars. But I decided to replace them with hooks instead. And in fact, normally, not every block has a fire bar. I only replaced the fire bars with hooks where there are fire bars in the original level. And this presents some interesting challenges as a result. Out of all my redesigned levels, this one is my favorite of the ish levels. I cannot remember whether this is doable while you're big. I feel like it should be. Yes, it is. Maddie says in regards to tails, I mean, I legit could use them for the balance, though. I did not expect to land up top that. You know, that would actually make for an interesting tightrope act. In fact, I could see people, like, doing tightrope acts like a monkey. Grabbing them with their hands and also their tail. I would definitely love a tail. So this level is definitely harder when you're big. I forget what the clear rate is on this level. I'm going to prove that it's possible to beat while you're big, though. Meanwhile, Bone Shell? Obvious direction is right, but I decided to provide a secret for the more explorative players. As well as a troll, now that I think about it. I forgot that was there. Yeah, when you go under there in the bone suit, we'll call it, you automatically boop the invisible blocks holding fish. So let's just move forward. And we got the boss fight up here. Oh, that's right. This section would have all those invisible coin blocks. So this section, we could fight Lemmy? Iggy? Whichever one of them these are. Hey, you're not supposed to dodge. Wow, that was good aim. You get the idea, though. When creating this super world, my idea was that for each of the bosses, I would have the typical Bowser fight at the end, but with a twist. Not only having a Koopaling, but some special way you could beat it. Instead of going for the axe at the end, you would, like in this level, optionally just destroy the floor from underneath. And those were the only-ish levels that I uploaded, but I did create some more that I never got around to uploading because I was not entirely pleased with them.